Good morning, afternoon, and night to my honorable lecturer and my fellow friends. My name is Aisy Syam, and today I'm very glad to share my personal perspective on a topic that hits close to home for many of us. The tension between traditional family expectation and modern ideals of individualism. In many Asian cultures, including here in Indonesia, we are raised with collectivist values where family preferences, filial duty, and long-term security often come before personal ambitions. However, as we grew up on a modern society, we are also exposed to individualistic values that encourage us to follow our own passion, autonomy, and self-actualization. Today, I want to share my own personal experience when I faced this exact dilemma, analyze both sides of the argument, and reflect critically on the outcome. To give you the context of my story, this dilemma happened right when I graduated from high school and was preparing for university. Like many parents who want the absolute best for their children, my parents strongly encouraged me to go into medicine. From their perspective, becoming a doctor was a prestigious and stable career path that would guarantee my future and honor the family. However, deep inside, my true passion was not in medicine. I was naturally drawn to language, literature, and understanding human behavior. When the time came to make a decision, I made the bold choice to follow my own aspiration and enroll in English literature program. Later on, to further deepen my understanding of human behavior and complement my studies, I took on a major challenge, enrolling in a psychology program during my second year. Navigating this path meant I had to stand my ground between fulfilling my parents' traditional wish and pursuing my own individual dreams. Now, taking responsibility for my choice was much easier said than done. Managing two completely different academic fields, English literature and psychology, turned out to be one of the most grueling experiences of my life. The biggest hurdle was time management and avoiding severe burnout. In English literature, I was constantly buried under heavy reading loads, critical analysis essay, and literary theories. At the same time, psychology requires rigorous scientific understanding, research methodology, statistical analysis, and endless case studies. There were countless weeks where exams scheduled for both major overlap. I often found myself staying up until the early hours of the morning, juggling research paper for literature while preparing statistical reports for psychology. The mental exhaustion was immense, and there were moments of deep self-doubt where I questioned if I had take on more than I could handle. However, knowing that my parents placed their trust in me on the condition that I take full accountability, I used that struggle as full to push through. Analyzing this through both lens offer available insights. From traditional standpoint, filial duty and family prestige take high priority. Parents often view established careers like medicine as the ultimate guarantee for social standing and financial stability. In their eyes, deviating from such a proven path to pursue humanities or social sciences feels like a necessary risk that might jeopardize long-term security. Their push comes from a place of love and desire to protect their children rooted in collectivist cultural norms. On the other hand, the modern perspective of individualism emphasizes that personal fulfillment and intrinsic motivation are essential for long-term success and mental well-being. Forcing an individual to study something they lack passion for can lead to academic burnout and resentment. From a modern viewpoint, fighting through the challenges of English literature and psychology allowed me to develop resilience, time management skills, and intellectual maturity that I would never have gained if I had reluctantly entered a field I didn't love. The consequence of my choice brought a pivotal moment in my family. When my parents saw how hard I worked, how I spent sleepless nights managing two degrees responsibly, their skepticism turned into deep respect and pride. They realized that my decision was not a rebellious pace but well thought of life path backed by dedication. Reflecting critically on this decision, I firmly believe it was fully justified. Individual ambition should not be seen as disrespecting family. Rather, it becomes meaningful when backed by genuine accountability. Taking full ownership of my choice allowed me to grow independently while earning my parents' genuine support and maintaining family harmony. In conclusion, bridging the gap between traditional family expectation and modern individualism requires honest communication, perseverance, and accountability. We can honor our parents' guidance without sacrificing our true potential, as long as we are willing to carry the weight of our choices. Thank you very much to my lecturer and everyone for watching. I hope my story offers a useful insight into how we can navigate traditional modern values in our lives.